Are you ready to give your travel English a serious first-class upgrade? In the next few minutes, we're going to swap out some of those simple, everyday phrases for more confident alternatives that'll make you sound like a total pro, a seasoned traveler.
You know that feeling, right? You're out there, you're having an amazing time traveling, but when you open your mouth to speak, you feel like your English sounds, well, a little basic, maybe even a bit too direct, like you've got a giant sign over your head that says tourist. Well, don't worry, you are in exactly the right place.
We're going to focus on the small, tiny changes that honestly make a huge difference. This isn't about memorizing a whole dictionary. No, it's about these subtle shifts in how you ask things, how you make requests, and it will completely change how you feel and, how you're treated.
And the best part? We have packed in over 60 of these amazing upgrades, and we're going to break down the most important ones right now in just the next few minutes. Think of it like a fast track to fluency for your next big adventure. So, let's get started. Okay, let's start where every single journey begins, the airport. We are going to cover everything from the moment you walk in and find the check-in desk all the way to getting ready for takeoff.
So, picture this. You've just walked into the airport, you're trying to navigate through all the people, and you just need to check in. How do you ask for what you want, clearly, but also politely?
Okay, so look at the big difference here. The professional phrases, they're just a little more indirect, and that's a huge part of polite English communication. Softening a command like I want to something like I'd prefer is instantly more respectful. It's the same with your vocabulary. Swapping a general word like late for a more specific one like delayed makes you sound like you know exactly what you're talking about.
All right, you've checked in. Now you're heading through security and waiting at the boarding gate. The communication challenges, they just keep coming. But don't worry, we've got you covered.
Ooh, notice the word choice here. Asking if meals are complimentary instead of just free is such a classic way to sound a little more sophisticated. And asking staff to point you to the gate, it's just a bit softer, a bit friendlier than just demanding where it is. These little word choices, they really elevate your speech.
You've landed. Awesome. Now the next set of challenges begins, navigating your arrival. Let's look at how you can handle checking into your hotel and grabbing a taxi with total confidence. Okay, this is so important. Do you see the shift away from those direct commands like, give me the key? The professional version, may I have the room key, please? It just transforms that demand into a polite request. It's friendlier, it's more respectful, and honestly, it's going to get you much better service.
This is a perfect example for when you hop in a taxi. It's simple, it's to the point, but it's still really polite. Starting the conversation this way just sets a clear, positive tone for the whole ride. The goal here is just to be clear without being rude. Using the proper term fare instead of money shows you kind of know the lingo. And notice the difference with stop here, which sounds like an order, versus you can drop me off here. It's still a clear instruction, but it's just way more courteous.
All right, you're all settled in? Now for the best part of any trip. Getting out there, exploring the sights, and of course, trying the local food.
The professional phrases here just show a little more thought. Asking if a place is within walking distance gives you much more useful info than just asking if it's far. And here's a great one for you. Saying, I seem to have lost my way, sounds so much calmer and less panicked than just yelling, I am lost. See, sometimes all it takes is one better word. Swapping a simple word like good for something like delightful turns a pretty basic comment into a really memorable and impressive compliment for the chef.
These are those small but really critical details. Especially in American English, people almost always ask for the check, not the bill. Using the right word here is just this subtle signal that you're comfortable, you're familiar with the culture. It's a game changer.
Wow, we have covered a ton of ground. Now, let's wrap all this up by turning this knowledge into a real, actionable challenge for your very next trip. Let's make sure we finish strong, right? Saying you had a wonderful journey leaves a much more lasting and positive impression than just saying you had a good trip. It shows real, genuine appreciation, and it makes your farewell so much more meaningful.
So here it is. Here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this and forget about it. Use it. On your very next trip, I want you to pick at least 5 of these upgrades and really make them your own. You can start with the easy ones like the examples right here. You are going to be so surprised what a world of difference these little changes can make. And that is your travel English upgrade. The real test isn't just knowing these phrases, it's actually using them. So, let me ask you, what is the one phrase you are going to absolutely commit to using on your next journey? Pick one, own it, and go travel confidently.